Greetings, our people. It's been quite a while since you caught up with us, but we are grateful that you have remained our faithful subscriber and viewer of our videos. This is Joint Hands Green Life Trees. We are so grateful to have to be here meeting you once again to show you what we are undertaking today. First things first, this is, as I said, Joint Hands Green Life Trees. My name is John Bosco, and I'm here with my
learned friend. Hi guys, and welcome to our YouTube channel. It's Pamela here of Joint Hands Green Life Trees. Today we are at Kamagambo Adventist College. Kamagambo Adventist College is in Migori County,
Rongo Sub-County, and it is bordering Kisii County.
Yes.
Yeah, we are very few kilometers, about 2 kilometers away from the border between Migori County and Kisii County.
Yeah.
And we are about 50 kilometers away from Migori, where our operations are usually concentrated. And today we delivered 3 seedlings to Kamagambo Teachers
Training
It is Kamagambo Adventist Teachers Training College.
Yes, so we are on a mission to meet the students of this institution.
Yeah, and basically here we've delivered, these are teachers.
Yes.
They are teachers undergoing training. That is why we call it a Teachers Training College.
Yeah.
And here we are, they're having an agricultural practical where today we've delivered the fruit tree seedlings that we need to show them how they need to go about grafting. Grafting as a means of propagating the tree seedlings, and also we'll be explaining why grafting, how to graft, which plants can you graft, and such other stuff. So stay tuned as we do this in Migori, in Kamagambo Adventist Teachers Training College, which we look forward to also reaching out to many other institutions that would wish to undertake such a program. Just to tell you that we are ready, we can always reach out to you and show you how to go about grafting and all other tree nursery procedures, because we are tree people and trees are what we are known for.
Yeah, so we've been doing it with the secondary school, but today we are doing it with a teachers training institution.
Yeah. And perhaps this is a new idea that is just getting introduced, because our curriculum is changing to competency-based curriculum, and this competency-based curriculum will be seeing that the teachers you see here will be taking their pupils through such procedures, and so they need to be well informed.
Equipped with the knowledge.
They need to be well equipped with the knowledge about this thing.
They are the ones who are now going to disburse to the pupils and students of schools, of various schools.
Absolutely. So guys, stay tuned. There's more to come your way. Thank you.
We had anonymously agreed that is the project that we're supposed to be doing. So today we are honored to have. I want us to be very attentive as they are going to take us through what is done. Joint Hand Limited. They will tell you more about their organization. And so let us clap as I welcome them. Yes, just clap for them. Yeah, so madam, karibuni, you can take the podium and proceed.
Asante. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is John Bosco. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so my name is John Bosco, and I'm an environmentalist, and I practice forestry. And we, from Joint Hands Green Life Trees, raise tree seedlings, promote tree planting, and also promote tree growing. We are based in Migori. And just before I tell you a lot more about ourselves, we are taking this video for purposes of our YouTube channel. So whatever our video is picking, our camera is picking here, could end up onto YouTube. So please conduct yourself in a way in which you'd love to watch yourself, right? Yeah, because you could end up watching yourself and wondering, hey, how did I look? Yeah, so that is it. So purposely we are here today to We've delivered tree seedlings, and we would wish to show you how to go about grafting them, which is a brief session that we'll be having with you. And then I believe going forward you'll be able to undertake whatever else. Then whatever that we will not have adequately communicated here, we'll leave our contacts behind so that you can always communicate to us. You can always make your inquiries. So I'm inviting my colleague with whom we came over to introduce herself and tell you what she has for you before we embark on the practicals. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon once more. Good afternoon. I am Pamela from Rwanda. Wow. Thank you. Of Joint Hands Green Life Trees. So at Joint Hands Green Life Trees, we produce seedlings. Massive, and I mean massive production. So we do grafting, and we also produce through tree seeds as well. I am a forester by profession. So as he has told you, we have a YouTube channel. So maybe after this, you just go to our channel, you subscribe, and then you'll be watching whatever we do here. So initially, we were taking this with the secondary school students, and this is the first college that we are doing this with. And we are also very much grateful to have this opportunity to show you, to showcase the knowledge that we have. With our practical knowledge and your theory knowledge, we are going to merge and it will become something good, right? Yes, so just look forward as we do the practical part. Yeah.
Now, I think just before we get into practicals, there are things that we all need to be on one page. Yeah, so we need to understand what grafting is just before we embark on it. Who can tell us what grafting is? Or what concept do you have about grafting? Yes, your name?
Your name first.
Martha Aviambo. Yeah, your question loud enough to be picked by our camera, yes?
I was wondering about the grafting.
Yes.
So grafting is the practice of uniting a scion and a rootstock.
Thank you so much for that. Any other person with or who would want to build on the... Okay, thank you, Aviambo. Actually, that is it. Now, what is a scion and what is a rootstock? I think that one we will answer it at the time of the practicals. Why do we graft? Your name?
Tintola.
Tintola.
Yes.
Tintola. Yes, Tintola.
To minimize the space. And also another one to reduce
Minimize
the,
space, like which space?
like for example, whereby you are supposed to plant a certain species of fruit, you will be able to unite them together so that to minimize the space.
Okay. So that we do not have so many trees, but it is one tree with all the species. Thank you for that. Yes.
Okay. Another reason why we graft is to foster the development of fruits.
Early maturity. Thank you for early maturity. Thank you for that. Any other reason?
Another reason?
Hey, and the girls, one.
Men are overpowered.
Yes.
That cannot be propagated in other way.
You have to produce seedlings that are difficult to propagate in any other way. Thank you. Matiko? Yes. To repair damaged plants. Thank you so much. Yes. Sometimes a plant might be damaged and you can only get it right by grafting. You're right. Yes?
Any other reason? Yes.
To control growth habits.
To control growth.
Yeah.
Like how?
The dwarfs and the semi-dwarfs. So when you graft the species or the plants, it will control dwarfism.
Oh yeah, it matures early before it becomes so big. Thank you for that. Yes, that's true. Thank you. Any other? Okay.
To enhance the yields.
To enhance the yield.
The product itself.
Thank you so much. Yeah, because sometimes you have it could be one that doesn't produce as much and you want to enhance the productivity, so you graft it with a scion from a plant that yields more. Okay, so to that point, do we get into the practicals?
But before that, I wish you could tell us what we need when we want to graft, so that we see them practically as well.
You raise your hand and
One by
mention
one. Yes?
Oh, there is one. Leaf.
Please.
Tell us.
Caesar? Do you agree with that?
That we need scissors. Okay, you talked of scissors. We'll find out. Can the camera show us our brother from Makongeni Youth? So, yes, a grafting knife. Thank you. Your name? Yes? Ogoti Jared. I'll pick Jared. Yes?
Grafting tape.
You need a grafting tape. Your name? Dominic Okor. Hey, guys, you've got very nice names and you guys are so mean with your names. You need pruning shears. Wonderful. Huh? Your name once more? Linda. And you guys have got very beautiful names, but you do not want us to know them. Yes. Jared. You need gloves? Yes, you may need. For what purpose? For hygiene. Yeah. Yeah, perhaps. Yes. Methylated spirit. For what purpose? For injury. For injury. So, like injuries will be occurring, and we need methylated spirit to cure the injuries. Okay, yes, it is true that we may need methylated spirit, but as a disinfectant, because you could be using pruning shears that could be infected, so you need to disinfect first. You could also be using a pruning knife, scalpel that you need to disinfect. You even need to disinfect your own hands before you embark on grafting.
Okay, so we said that we need a grafting tape. This is what a grafting tape is. It's a kind of polythene sheet, very special one because it stretches. Not any polythene sheet that you come around. Then, how do you call these ones? These ones are grafting crowns. What do you use them for? What do you use this one for? What does it mean to crown something? To cover. So we use these ones to cover the union, right? And why should we cover the union? To preserve moisture. Because we said that this one is a union, right? Yes. So the zion, we got the zion from one plant and the rootstock from another. So it means that this one is a forced what? Union. A forced union. It's a forced relationship. So it means if you don't take care of the zion, it will dry up before it starts getting food from the rootstock. And you know you are so much interested in the zion. Is it the rootstock or the zion? The zion. You are so much interested in the zion. It has all the qualities that you want. So it means that you have to take care of the zion so that it doesn't dry up before it starts getting food from the rootstock. So for you to preserve that moisture, for you to reduce the rate of evapotranspiration from the zion, you must cover it using the grafting crayon. And what's the work of this one? Yeah, for tying that joint, the joint between the zion and the rootstock. So this is a grafting tape, and this is grafting crowns. Then we have this one. Is this the pair of scissors? These are pruning shears or secateurs. Sawa sawa. Sasa hii ni ya kufanya nini? For cutting. And then we have these ones. Scarpet blades. So surgical blades. What do we use these ones for? For cutting. And then we have this one. What is this? What do we use it for? Sterilization. So we talked of a rootstock. We talked of a zion. So this is an example of a zion. And this is an avocado zion. And these zions are cut from a different plant, right? Yes. And let me just ask you one question. Between a zion and a rootstock, which one is mature? Which one is older? Which one is older? Between a rootstock and a zion, which one is older? Rootstock. How many are for the rootstock? Why are you confusing me? Why are you guys confusing me? Hey, which one is older? Between a zion and a rootstock, which one is older? Zion. Why Zion?
Yes.
So we always collect our zions from a mature plant or from a mature tree, which is maybe over 3 years and above, and the plant is already flowering or fruiting by the time you are collecting this. But just make sure that when you are collecting the zion, the buds should be in a dormant state. It should be having the growth buds, these ones, but they should be in a dormant state. Why should they be in a dormant state? To stimulate the rate of, you know, this one will be depending on the food from the rootstock. Utakuwa umekata rootstock. Sasa haitakuwa na tips, ni hivyo. It will not be having any growth buds, ni hivyo. But now we'll be depending on this one to get the buds for the whole plant. Sawa sawa. So when the buds are still dormant, when they are still in a dormant state and they get food and it gets food from the rootstock, it becomes very much stimulated. Chap ndio ianze to develop nini? Leaves to take care of the whole plant. Sawa sawa. So this one is always maturer than the rootstock. And where do we obtain our rootstocks from? Where do we get our rootstock from? Where do we get that young seedling from? From the seeds. So the rootstocks are raised conventionally from the seeds. Sawa sawa. So tunapanda ile mbegu, alafu mara nyingi inakonga mbegu ya kienyeji, si hivyo? So kwa nini kienyeji?
They're not resistant to
They're resistant.
That's adaptable for adaptability to the environment. Sawa sawa. So this is our zion. We have the rootstock, and whenever we want to graft and we really want to ensure success, we must make sure that whatever we are grafting are compatible. So compatibility is very important. And how do we ensure that they are compatible? How do we ensure that this zion is compatible to what we are going to the rootstock? How do we ensure the compatibility? You must check the species. You must check the species. Plants of the same species have the same cell arrangement. Sawa sawa. Hey, so you don't just take anything. You can't. There's no way you can connect an orange to a mango. They are not compatible. Hapo you'll be doing zero. So you must make sure that you are connecting plants of the same. Hapo ndio network itashi. Na zianze kufanya nini? Kukua. Sawa sawa. Yeah, so for us to ensure compatibility, we have to make sure that they are of the same species. Of the same species. How many species of avocado do you know? How many species of mangoes do you know? The dodo, the Mombasa, and species of avocado. We have green, black, but foreign avocado. So avocado, we have Hass, we have Fuerte, we have Pinkerton, we have
Linda.
and there are so many. Lakini zote ni avocado. And then mangoes, we have
Apple mango.
Apple mango,
Goe mango, Boribo,
Tommy, Sabin, Kent. Hizo nazo ni mango, sawa sawa. Aya, so we've known that we have to ensure compatibility before tuanze kufanya nini? Kufanya grafting, sawa sawa. So it means that hapa hivi hatutachanganyikiwa, tuanze kuchukua avocado tuunganishe na nini? Hapo tutakuwa tumechanganya mambo, si ndivyo? Yeah, because we want compatibility, sawa sawa. And then after grafting, we have to make sure that we take care of the whole union. Because you know, while you are grafting, you have the reason at the back of your mind. Yes. And the reason is yours and not for the plant, si ndivyo? Yeah, so you just have to make sure that you provide all the conditions necessary for the union to be successful. Sawa sawa? Yes. Okay, and now that one brings us to post-grafting maintenance. Let's assume that we've now grafted. We've chosen the right species that are compatible. Now, after grafting, what do we do to make sure that everything grows, that the union grows? Watering. Huh? Weeding. Why do we weed?
To remove unwanted weeds.
What do these unwanted weeds do?
They take the nutrients.
To reduce competition for nutrients. Competition for nutrients. And why do we water? Moisture for, so it means we can also sprinkle if it's a matter of moisture, right? We just sprinkle with some little water because it's moisture that we want, right? Then why do we water? Are you with us? Are you with us? Why do we water? Matiko? Moisture. And what does the moisture do to the roots? It prevents the plant from withering. Because you know the plant without water, the cells may not be turgid enough. The cells will be flaccid, right? So it means that the plant without water will definitely die. So you have to keep watering them. And how many times do we water just in case it's shining? Why twice? At what time? Morning. Why morning and evening? Why do you water in the morning? Jua inatoka. So jua ikitoka inafanya nini? I think you should be telling us why, because you've said, I was talking of twice in the morning and evening, but when you recommend evening, now tell me why evening is more recommended.
That's why I'm bad.
Yes.
Yes, I can see some people will answer,
Yes,
but you're
yes,
seated far.
Just a trial on our question.
Yeah.
In the evening, we don't have sun that will cause that evaporation. So the plant can contain that moisture almost for 12 hours. hadi kesho asubuhi.
So it means that the rate of absorption by the plant will also be
as well. So that is how we go about it. That's how I disinfect it, right? And then of course, you have disinfected this. I need a scion. Now, another thing about getting the correct scion is that this is the rootstock, this is the scion. The scion should have eye buds. So when it starts sprouting, these are the eye buds. These points that you see here is where the new branches will be shooting from. Are we together to that point? So you need one that whose size is compatible to the rootstock that you have. Are we together? Yeah, and then our scalpel is new, so we do not have to sterilize. Now, this rootstock, at what point do we cut? Do we need to cut here? No. Do we cut here? No. Where? There. Why?
in case this is the rootstock and you want to graft, you don't just cut from any point. So it's always advisable that you cut it down from the butt end to where you want to graft should be more than 15 centimeters. More than 15 centimeters. Why do we do that? Because we know that the growth cells are more active on the upper part. So it should be 15 centimeters, and then you cut any part on the upper part. And when you cut these soft tissues, the problem may be there because these ones are very soft. By the moment you'll be holding them like this, already you've damaged the tissues.
They are too weak.
They are too weak. So you cut at a point where the cells are a little bit stronger, but the growth may be faster.
Yes.
While dealing with the leaves, the excess leaves that are usually on the scion, avoid breaking it to a point that you remove it from its connection, its joint to the what? to the stem, to the scion, right? That's why we've left off all this to avoid damaging the eye buds, right? Yeah, so to that point, you get the eye bud, cut off a bit like that, right? So that this cell is young and active. The cells here are young and active. It is the same thing that we would do perhaps to that point, which is also tender and active, right? Yeah, so once we are at that, we have a couple of modes of grafting, but this is the particular one that I'll show you, where we will do a V shape on the scion, right? We sharpen it like that. Avoid injuring it. Yeah, your cuttings should be as sharp as possible, right? Like that. You see what we have? Yes. Yeah, then you come and split right in the middle of like that. Are we together? Yeah. Then let me have my scalpel back and get. Oh. Yeah. So you get this inserted right in there. Like that. You saw how it got in? Yes. Yeah, so you should make sure it is able to stand even before you tie it. Are we together? Then you get your grafting tape around it. You use it to tie it in a way that it will stand firmly. Are we together? Yeah. Yeah, so that it is firmly held, so that the scion is firmly held onto the rootstock. Like that. You got it? Yeah. Then just get it tied. like that. And just like that, it is already held. Now, this is like a patient. It's like we've cut off your hand and we are connecting a stronger hand. Si tumesema we can remove a weak hand, alafu tuweke ile mkono strong, si ndio? Yeah, so once that is done, you can get it crowned using this here. Yeah, like that. And then you get it dyed. You get it dyed that way. The reason why do we tie it this way? And we even make it airtight. Why?
Somebody said to avoid suffocation.
To prevent loss of moisture from the scion. The scion should not lose moisture at all, right?
Yes.
Then from this point, now, whenever you'll be handling it, you handle it like you're handling a patient. This is a bandage on your patient, and we've protected the injury, because this is an injury, right? Then you carry it slowly, have it at a shady place. You water adequately, not excessively, right? Yeah, and with that you'll be good to go. With this, we're only waiting to see that it starts sprouting. In 2 to 3 weeks, we should start seeing it sprouting. Sometimes after doing this, sometimes you might realize that we have more buds developing from the rootstock. You must always remove those buds because they will hamper the growth of the scion. They won't allow the scion to pick up. Yeah. Yes.
After doing this, and you come up with a tree, then do they produce seeds that you can...
Yes, they produce seeds. Now, this is what happens. We have several species of let's say, avocados, right? So, this is a rootstock. But maybe you saw the best avocado that you'd love. Perhaps Pinkerton is the avocado that you've ever tasted in ukasema, hey, hii kweli ni tamu, right? Now, instead of getting a Pinkerton seed, planting it and having to wait for long, get a Pinkerton scion and have it on to your rootstock by grafting. So it will grow into Pinkerton, completely Pinkerton with the seeds. Just like if this could be graftable on this body, then you will stop behaving like the way you think. You start behaving like me. You get the point? Yeah. So if let's say it is a fruit that you saw outside there and you loved it and you saw its tree, you simply pick the scions from that tree and get it onto this rootstock, and it will behave exactly like that tree.
Excuse me. This one is plant A, this one is plant B. But now you're saying the fruit is fruit B.
Now what we will have here is not this one. We will have this one. We are not going to have this one unless you allow it to grow and produce another branch. But if you do not allow it to produce another branch, you simply nurture this one, then it is going to be this, not this.
This polythene is removed after how many weeks?
After you see it sprouting. Once it starts sprouting, you remove it.
Can you improvise the masking tape? Can you use that?
The grafting tape. Yes, you can improvise, but at this stage, I cannot recommend that you improvise because it might be a problem to you. So, to you, I recommend that you use grafting tape. But for us who have been in it for a while and we have the experience, we normally can have other means of grafting without the tape. Yes.
So, my question is, how long does it take for this plant to be transplanted from the nursery to the farm?
Once it has sprouted, once you've seen it sprout, it means that we start having these leaves here. It means it is already connected and already the scion is absorbing nutrients from the rootstocks. Now, you remove this one so that it is exposed it is able to photosynthesize. Should be a process that takes about 2 to 3 months. Then from that point you can go plant it.
Excuse me. They're plant A, plant B.
Yeah.
So
It's called them rootstock and scion.
rootstock and Zion.
Yeah.
Pamoja.
Yes, they are one now.
They are functioning as one.
Yes.
But again, you're saying that it will be plant B.
Because this here is the rootstock. Why do we call it rootstock? It is what is holding this one onto the ground. Its purpose is simply to be on the ground and carry the real plant that we want. So this is going to be the plant. This one, its work is only to hold this one. Full stop. Only to provide the support on the base, so that it can provide the nutrients and the water that it requires.
And before that, what was our definition for grafting?
Grafting.
Maybe to add something there, Mercy. Listen to this one. Okay, this is just to grafting. It helps the plant to escape the juvenile stage. Juvenile stage ni ile stage ya kugrow vegetative.
Itoke kwa utoto.
Itoke kwa utoto ikimbia haraka ifike nini kubwa productive stage. Yes.
So if you come to our tree nursery, you'll meet mangoes, avocados, or oranges of this size.
But they
either have fruits or they have flowers. They are very ready. Sometimes they even produce fruits while in the nursery.
Yeah.
So there are some that are seedless. We have some that are seedless. If you find a seedless one and you want to propagate it, simply get the scion and bring it onto the rootstock, and it will become that seedless one. We said that we have plants that cannot be produced from their seeds, and even said that it is one reason why we do grafting. Okay. Yeah, so that is it. Yes.
My question is, when I'm cutting this rootstock so that I can unite it with the Zion,
yeah.
Can I use a knife instead of this sepatua?
Yes, you can use a knife. That knife should be very sharp and it should be sterile so that it does not infect the plant. And it must be a very sharp knife, because if it is a blunt one, it will cause injuries to the cell formation.
And for your information, there's always a special kind of knife for grafting. It's called a grafting knife.
Yeah. So just as you are talking of improvising. Yes.
After conducting the process, what are some of the challenges that you'll face after?
Good question.
If the connection here isn't quite good, or if the scion dried up to an extent, then it might not easily pick nutrients from the rootstock and it might dry up. So you must make sure your scions are well protected, and that's why we transported them here, so that they are not exposed to open heat. They would lose the moisture in them, and that reduces chances of them attaching to the rootstock. And then I told you that the branches can easily sprout from the rootstock. You make sure they don't. If they do, they will not allow the scion to grow. So the rains have cut the lesson short.
Yeah. I believe you also learned something, though you are late. But it's okay. So you can finish up very fast.
Habari ya jioni. Sasa tumeshukuru sana tunashukuru kwa lesson tumepata saa hii. Tumejifunza mengi, like mtoto mimi sikuwa najua mambo ya grafting, but for now I can do it best. So I say thank you and welcome again.
Amen. Amen.
One day after.
Tunashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa ulinzi wako Baba, tulipoanza hii leseni tulianza pamoja nawe hadi tamati. Tunapoanza shughuli ya hii ya kupata wewe pamoja nasi. utuongoze hadi tamati. Wageni wetu tunawakabidhi mikononi mwako, uongoze watakaporudi Baba. Zaidi ya yote mapenzi yako yatimike, kwa kuwa ni mambo yako kwa nini. Amen.